Hey, what's happening, y'all? This is Rod Hub. This is day 19 of 60. Just taking you guys on my journey, my rebranding process. And at the same time, because you guys are following me, I want to share sales, branding, and marketing tips with you. I work with musicians primarily, but I also work with medium and small size businesses. So everything I share with you, I think you can use it in different industries or whatever area, but I do understand my audience is primarily independent artists. As it pertains to the workout, fell off a little bit. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I just didn't work out this morning, so I need to, got a long day ahead, and I have to make it a priority. So really, no excuses. So I just got to make it a priority to get it done. So my plan is to get it done today, and move on. But however, I am seeing some results. Clothes are feeling different, and we'll see what the scale says Sunday. So that's that. I want to kind of backtrack a little bit. I know for the last couple of days, we talked about what artists should pay for, what they should not pay for. Yesterday, we talked about some of the things you should make sure you're taking care of is your paperwork. That's really important. But even before that, you make sure your music is hot. A friend of mine, Tim Bertucci, he actually mentioned that in a comment, and I totally agreed. Understand that your first or your number one marketing plan is great music. So if the music isn't good, or, if you don't think it's great, if it's not at its full potential, that's what you need to work on first. And then everything else falls into line. I do want to backtrack a little bit as it pertains to what not to pay for. And a lot of people wonder, why not PR? Why should not focus on PR right now? Because that's the best way to be seen. And, PR stands for public relations. All right. So, but what I like to call it is PR for me also stands for perception and reality. Okay. So you have this perception, then you have this reality. I mean, if you don't have, you have a reality of what's happening for you and what you're doing, and you want people to know about that, but you also have to deal with perception. If you're unknown, you don't have a perception. Nobody perceives you to be anything because they don't know you exist. So the reason why I say don't focus on PR right now, because your focus needs to be on first and foremost social media marketing. You need to make sure that you're using social media to its full advantage, because that's where people are. For the most part, it's a free tool to use to get people to know who you are. So use social media to the fullest extent. Understand that you're a brand on social media. So you need to conduct yourself in certain ways. I can tell you, as it pertains to my life in social media back in the MySpace days, everybody I've ever met in the music industry was because of social media. I don't live in New York. I don't live in LA. I live in Chicago. Now, although Chicago is the third largest market in the world, Chicago is not necessarily considered as an entertainment capital. So because I understood that I didn't live in New York, I didn't have the luxury of interning at Def Jam or Bad Boy, or, seeing Diddy or Russell Simmons working downtown and, doing stuff like that. So what I had to do is use social media to my advantage to kind of get myself on those people's radar. Now, I'll tell you a real quick story. Back in 2000, I want to say 6 or 7, Making the Band was real hot, and it was, everybody was watching it. And at the time, Bad Boy, was at the forefront of that, and you had guys like Conrad DeMonch and Shannon Slam Lawrence, who were the top A&Rs at Bad Boy at the time. So, so I just tried my luck, and well, not luck, I prayed about it and asked God, okay, how can I get seen by these people or get noticed by these people? So what I did, I sent inbox to Slam on MySpace, and as a result, Slam, being the cool dude he is, he responded back. He reached out, and and that was encouraging for me. And as a result, I went on, of course, Facebook came and things like that. So I reached out to people like Conrad DeMonch, Kevin Liles, people like that. Just sent emails. I would stay up till man, a lot of times 3 in the morning, just sending out emails and, you know, doing whatever I could, calling the office. It got to the point to where Kevin Liles' secretary, she knew my voice. You know, I called so much. I called at the same time every week. I called every Tuesday at like 10 a.m. to talk to Kevin Liles. And, you know, to the point, again, his secretary would be like, yeah, Rodney, he's not, you know, I gave him the message and, you know, whatever. Tina Davis, I reached out to people like that. So social media, man, and as a result, you know, I was able to build some relationships and, you know, and just get known in the industry. You know, I don't, you know, trust me, I'm no Lenny S or anything like that. You know, I'm not saying I'm like super known, but I'm known to independent artists, that's who I'm called to. And, you know, you try to keep your name good. And you know, another thing, what I did is Conrad DeMonch eventually left Bad Boy, and he told me he was starting a company. And as a result, he was looking for representatives to help, you know, with the company, to set up meetings for labels and help kind of filter talent for the A&Rs of the labels, because they knew, you know, labels at the time were letting go of A&R staff and things of that nature. So they needed people to kind of filter through the music to kind of say, okay, this hot, okay, this good enough to be heard by, you know, Riggs Morales or Lenny S. You know, so then, you know, so that was my job to do that and then set up those meetings. And as a result, man, I worked hard. I did the best I could. And, you know, I was eventually named the Midwest manager. And Conrad had sent out this big email blast about what he was doing. And he put my name and number on that email blast. It went to thousands of people. And as a result, man, my phone, since 2000, I can tell you this, since 2010, my phone has been ringing as it pertains to working with artists or things like that. So it's all a result of just persistence, hard work, and things like that. But again, my point to all that is, man, use social media to your advantage to build a perception, and you know, and you enforce it with what's really going on with your reality. So use social media to your advantage. Right now, social media is your PR. All right, use that to the advantage. There's no limits to what you can do with it. Show them the behind the scenes footage. Let people know who you are. And then as time goes and as you get those followers in the thousands and, you know, attention is being, you know, gained by your music, you're doing shows, you're making money, then go ahead and pursue PR at that point, you know, if you feel that's what you need to do. So, again, I just want to give you guys some clarity on that and share a little bit of my story about how I got involved in this. And, you know, and this is nowhere near the whole story, but that's just how, you know, I'm here today. You know, and my goal is to position myself as an independent marketing artist specialist. You know, that's what I am. I believe I'm an expert when it comes to independent music. And the problem is with independent artists, we got to get you independent artists to stop watching television. Okay, I got to get you to stop watching the Grammys and the BET Awards and things like that. I'm not saying don't watch them, but stop thinking that's the only way you can get it. All right, because you either want to shine or you want to make money, and sometimes you can't do both. Okay, there's a way out here, guys, where you can make 6 figures as an independent musician, only dealing with a group of people. I mean, like with 2,500 fans, you can make 6 figures, $100,000. And I can show you how to do that, but it takes a process, and you got to be willing to, you know, be a part of the long haul for that. So we'll talk more about that as time goes on. But if you have any questions, you know, just go ahead and, you know, ask them, man. I want to cover them for you. We got another 40 days of these videos, or 41 days of these videos. So they're going to get better and better, more information. If you have questions, contact me. All right, talk to y'all. Please share this video.